What next? Subtitles? Oh wait, this DVD doesn't even have that.
Well, we'll stick around and we'll hopefully find some more.
So we're watching Manhattan Baby and we're about to press play.
So, we're about to watch Manhattan Baby. And Ben raised a very interesting question before we came on the air. He asked whether this was best of the worst material. Now, I feel fair to warn you, this is not one of Lucio Fulci's best films. In fact, this is...
I keep mixing them up with Dario Argento.
Most people
Man who
do.
made Suspiria.
Yes.
Because they're both Italians.
I think it was Brad Jones who came out with the best one to sort of separate them. He said, people go to Dario Argento films for the gore, but stay for the stunning cinematography, whereas people go to Lucio Fulci films for the nudity and extreme plot, but secretly also stay for the gore. This is not one of Lucio Fulci's best films. This is a strange film, and I'm sure you will find that out as it go along. Good soundtrack there. So, we're all here, we're all ready. I still haven't broken
We're
into...
all here.
I've got some pork pies, hopefully going to break into them.
Margaret Thatcher.
We're now on to Grant's, a delightful smooth whiskey. And I've still got some Fanta Lemon. So, without further ado...
Just, let's go, it's time.
I'm going to get a good cue point up.
So the Shameless logo is on the screen.
And we're going to wait until that just fades away, because we're doing the Shameless version of this film, but you can obviously choose your version.
And now it's gone, so
as and when.
go from here. And the film starts.
We start with a picture of a scorpion and a camel. It's a nice wide shot, and we're playing in 3, 2, 1, play.
Hey Google, what is Manhattan Baby?
Manhattan Baby is a 1982 film directed by Lucio Fulci, starring Lucio Fulci, Brigitte Boccoli, and Christopher Connolly.
Well, now I don't need to see the film now. I know what it is.
Seems pretty succinct.
So you were saying before about this being like The Exorcist?
Yes. Literally starts at the... It's basically effectively an Exorcist cash-in, or it's not really an Exorcist knockoff, because they don't...
I was going to say, because this appears to have come out 9 years after The Exorcist was released.
Yeah.
So if he was going to cash in on The Exorcist, he would be a bit late.
You'll probably see what I mean as you go along.
Music copyright deaf.
You'll probably see what I mean as you go along, but basically... this film feels like Lucio Fulci only recently watched The Exorcist and really wanted to make his version of The Exorcist.
He watched The Exorcist on a very crappy big box VHS print.
Yes.
Probably surrounded by buxom women.
That sounds pretty accurate, in fairness. It was probably on the set of one of his other many buxom-based films. Is there any reason you're doing that with the sound?
What is it? You alright?
No.
Is she meant to be like the Linda Blair of this film?
Maybe. Yes, she is.
Okay. That's for you to find out, but the answer is yes.
Long answer? Find out. Short answer, yes.
This is reminding me of the film The Spy Who Loved Me.
Ah.
Starring Roger Moore as Mr. Bond James.
The name is Bond James.
007.
Jeffrey Bond James.
And his beautiful mate Barbara Broccoli as they fight the evil Jaws in Egyptian pyramids.
Oh, how did a shark get in the pyramids, though? One of the fun things that you'll learn about Italian cinema, and I don't know if you already knew this, but I'm going to say it for the audience anyway. Italians did not care at this period of time what language the actor spoke. If they looked good in the film, they were cast in the film.
And we worried about that shit later.
Yes. This means that actors who were in the film they recorded all of their films mainly silently, and then they ADR'd it after. So whether you were German, French, Spanish, whatever, you would record your lines in the film, and then you would either come back and do your voice natively for the native release of your film, or they would just get.
If you weren't available, we'll just find someone else to do it for you.
Yeah. So like
they'll get some guy off the street.
Yeah. So they'd have.
Who are you?
So
I'm just come here.
So they'd have Americans acting alongside Germans and French acting alongside Spanish, and then they'd just completely dub all of the film into German, and the German actor would keep his voice, but everyone else would change theirs, and vice versa. It's a really prominent, both funny and issuous thing, which is why ADR is so rubbish in all of these films, just because they had to do so much, because they never really bought audio on set.
Hey Google, how many films did Lucio Fulci direct?
Lucio Fulci directed Zombie 2, The Dead Are Among Us, The Beyond, City of the Living.
We're going to be here a while.
So that's 4 at least. Okay.
At least 4. He directed over 4 movies.
She just said and others. That's lazy. I wanted a full list. I thought that was money then.
It is money.
Oh.
Cool, a Kinder Surprise.
Remember how The Exorcist had that really eerie, ominous Tubular Bells soundtrack?
Yes.
This has music by Jefferson Starship.
It certainly does. It certainly does.
Tombs are for the dead.
We built this city.
They took a break from appearing in the Star Wars Holiday Special to record the soundtrack for Manhattan Baby.
Hey guys, we just got this message through from film director Lucio Fulci.
Lucio Fulci, the director of Zombie Free?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
And don't forget House by the Cemetery. We gotta get us on a plane right away.
Hey, look, it's not Harrison Ford.
It's not Harrison Ford.
They could have got us in to do the dubbing.
Absolutely. They could have. We'd have been brilliant. I'll give it to everyone's a medallion.
Look, Dan, a strange demon up ahead.
Core blimey, that demon's going to cause us all sorts of problems.
I'm sorry, this is probably going to be a bit of a hindrance throughout the film, but I just find that the strange, not synced audio just so funny.
Oh, yeah.
I can just picture him sat in the editing suite, and maybe an editor like, do you think we should get it to match? Just like, whatever. Doesn't matter.
We clock
I'm
off.
already shooting my next film.
We clock off in 10 minutes, and my girlfriend's shooting up in the bathroom. Let's just go.
I'm already shooting my next film as we speak. What do you mean? It's already done. What? Now I'm editing this one.
I have 14 films lined up. What are we supposed to do? Meanwhile, in the tomb of Tutankhamun.
The tomb of Tutankhamun. The tomb of Tutankhamun. The snappiest pharaoh in the Old West.
Core blimey, James Bond! How are we going to get out of the tomb of Tutankhamun?
Roger Moore wouldn't worry about that. He'd just like make some sexist comment and raise his eyebrow and be like, Egyptian builders.
Nothing like British craftsmanship.
Have you seen The Spy Who Loved Me?
I'm
going to talk mainly about that.
Okay.
While watching the film Manhattan Baby, which is not connected to The Spy Who Loved Me, apart from the fact that they appear to be both set in Egypt. I bet this isn't even Egypt, is it? I bet I'm just being horribly racist.
It's probably set on a beach somewhere, and this is all in a studio.
On a beach.
Yeah, sand, it's all the same.
We're going to the beach to make a movie.
It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
There's a great bit in Spy Who Loved Me where Bond drops a load of scaffolding on Jaws and goes, Egyptian builders. And they couldn't say that line on the set because Egyptian authorities were on set. And they were making sure that they were like portraying a positive picture of Egypt. So they had to dub that line in afterwards.
Yeah.
So Roger Moore had to mouth the word. He just went... And then they dubbed it in later.
Wow.
But now back to the film Manhattan Baby.
You're watching Manhattan Baby on the Comedy Dining Experience.
So
Crazy Blind Woman has given his daughter an evil amulet.
that's his daughter?
Yes.
Didn't even twig.
And he's excavating this tomb. And he's just twisted a snake and a wall has opened.
What crazy, dark, sexy things are we going to find in this tomb?
It turns out it's the earliest example of a pot noodle, funnily enough. Snakes! How long's that snake been in there? Just shot the snake! I think he actually just hurt a snake.
Hopefully that wasn't a real snake.
I'm hoping it's not. I like the fact that Harrison Ford here looks older than he does in Force Awakens. Hair in the gate. The hair in the gate.
Oh yeah, I see that. I really can't take my eyes off that.
That's irritating.
Shameless Pictures really do a good job restoring these, don't they?
Gotta love that attention to detail.
It's like I'm in an Egyptian tomb.
Hair in the gate.
It's still there.
It's still there.
Oh.
Why?
You've seen the hair in the gate. Look at that.
Oh.
Oh. God, I hate it when that happens.
Super slow-mo falling. Oh. Ooh.
It's. How did he dodge those?
I think he jumped.
He edited his way out of it.
He did. Luckily, a quick cut saved my life. But you may not be so lucky.
It's okay. The editor of the film edited me away from the spikes.
I have an editor. Where's yours?
Sidekick, not so lucky.
Yeah, he's gone to comedy death. It's the last remaining vial of Pepsi Blue.
That was such an awkward scream.
Yeah. I like the fact it was just abrupt. That there was no... that there was a moment where it was a period of silence and then he just did it.
Yeah.
I'm over here. Hello.
Whoa.
Wow, that was a loud shout. Wow.
So her shouting is meant to be heard through the whole desert.
Yes, the whole of the Valley of the Kings. You terrifying child. Meanwhile, outside...
So he survived his attack by Derek Jarman's blue, and now he's...
Now he wanders the desert. Okay. Should point out the first time I watched this I was very drunk.
because you thought you'd been made redundant.
No, that was with the New York Ripper. I watched this one a couple of days later, while still very drunk.
He's been blinded
By the light.
by Derek Jarman's Blue.
Just as I thought. Light.
I've done enough tests and I can conclude that yes, you have 2 eyes. That will be all.
But Doctor, that will be all.
When's the sun coming up? You want to know how it happened? I know how it happened. Will I regain my sight?
No.
In a year or so. You'll keep the bandages on for 6 months and you'll have to avoid...
In the meantime, you're going to wear this funny comedy pirate bandage.
Now, can you practice? Can you say to me very carefully, "Yar me hearty"?
To give him a parrot.
We can give him a support parrot, and that's about it.
We're going to give you this comedy
Why did he put his glasses on?
I can say that's meant to be funny, I think.
I don't know.
We're going to give you this comedy parrot, and from now on you're going to talk in a funny comedy pirate voice. Now repeat after me. Yar me mateys, oi.
Yeah, me mateys, ahoy.
You'll suss it.
Now, I'm going to bring you, what I want you to do is drink this flagon of ale, and I will summon you a pirate ship.
And it's stupid. I just happen to be an excellent ball player, and being a girl, it makes men furious. Okay, but right now, what
I'm a girl and I play sports. Men hate me.
I don't think that's a... I mean, the girl's clearly like 14, 15. I don't think that's a 14, 15-year-old doing the voice.
No.
You don't have to worry about school, Cindy. You're 45.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, I can't wait to start my first day of
I
primary
can see what
school.
you mean by the exorcist comparisons. Like it starts off in Middle East, and now suddenly we're in America.
Yeah. There are connections there throughout the film. Yeah, he's still got his glasses on.
I mean, maybe it's not a joke.
I brought you some nice hot tea.
Whereas her mouth was actually saying...
Oh yeah, don't help him.
Fire good.
They should have drawn some like little eyes on those bandages.
Yeah, just a couple of little circles or something, just keep him going.
He has
I mean, what the hell do you have to worry about?
he has 2 bandages, one that have like little angry eyes and one that has normal eyes.
Yeah.
He swaps them round depending on his mood.
They're just 2 circles with a dot in the middle, and when he gets upset or tired, they just draw an even line about halfway across.
Now I gotta go.
You be in the office?
Yes, I'll be there if you need to call. You okay? You want anything?
Just my sight back.
Where are the kids?
Gone out with Jimmy. They'll return soon. So long.
Well, back to wearing my glasses.
Tommy, I take back what I said. You'll be a great major leaguer. When? On what? On your cross.
Oh.
That's pretty. Where'd you buy it, Sue?
Oh, some blind old woman gave it to me and told me about something about the dead not being dead.
I got it there.
The Egyptian magic seems to have messed up the synchronicity between your voice and your mouth.
That's the explanation.
Are you really comfortable with the transition shot being the exposed chest of a clearly quite young girl?
Yes, he's fine.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm Lucio Fulci, crazy
I
man.
was just checking.
Ciao.
I hope he wore that. I was hoping he would wear that for the whole scene.
A bit better. The doctor says it'll be approximately 7 months. I know you won't mind, but another time.
Yeah.
Oh well, back to work.
Is he the comedy relief?
Sort of.
Mummy, turn that piano down.
I can't hear the evil demons over the sound of your screeching.
I can't practice my ominous stare into middle distance with you playing that fucking piano.
Any mummies in Egypt? Yeah. And was it like scary?
How many times have I told you not to wear your roller skates indoors?
Zombie? Even more. I've got dinner ready, children. Let's eat, huh?
Wow, that was terribly out.
Hello, dinner ready, let's eat, huh? I'm just going to stand against this red light so I look all ominous. You don't mind if I just do that for a second?
I'm having premonitions.
Night with some lightning and thunder. No, your premonition is just a wild fantasy. Lovely.
Well, when a young girl reaches a certain age, they'll have a monthly premonition.
Do you think they bought that red lamp deliberately so she'd look ominous when saying strange stuff?
Yes, that was the exact reason. I remember actually
That's how the salesman sold it to him.
there was a deleted scene where they were in the shop and they said, "Do you want your child to sound ominous?"
Do you want your child to look spooky?
Scary.
It's okay, we save money on lighting, we just make the frame white.
Fulci, you're a genius. This will save us easily 10 minutes.
The sound of screaming, not heard.
Nobody knows what it's like to be a blind man.
He's dreaming about seeing his mate get impaled.
Remember that time that he got impaled but I jumped away? I only banged my head. That was great.
Mama, Papa. Susie, what's wrong? I can't sleep. It's only a storm, honey. I'm awful scared.
Susie, there's nothing to be afraid of. Go on back to bed.
Please, may I get in your bed? You're being silly now. Go to bed. Good night.
As if she'd fit.
Pardon?
As if she'd fit in that bed. They're already like wedged together. So a vision came true.
There's some really nice cinematography.
There's a good range of shots. The direction in Cine is probably the best part of this film.
What really makes it horrifying is the power rock soundtrack in the background.
Yeah. That and the terrifying ADR. I'm watching you. Oh. Oh, she screamed herself to sleep.
That Egyptian curse just seems to make people scream very awkwardly and then fall over.
Oh, it's the
Ah!
it's the amulet of. Ah! I keep expecting to see Woody Allen pop up at some point. Or at least it's cut to Jerry's apartment from Seinfeld.
She brought back this amulet. Apparently, it's got an Egyptian curse.
An Egyptian curse? I gotta get me one of those.
Oh, hey, Jerry, let me take a look at that.
Crane! Don't go messing with evil Egyptian magic.
Oh, this thing? It's evil.
Gee, you think I don't know that? I'm blind!
George would be the blind guy, getting all angry. Oh, gee, thanks. You think I don't know that already?
Bow, bow, ba-dow, bow, bow. You know, this is really working to my advantage. Women seem to like blind people. Oh, it's the 80s.
I know someone who can do them in 50 seconds.
Really?
Yep.
He
has a PhD in maths.
Yeah, well...
And he's often explained it to me. It's basically like there's a way of doing it.
Yeah.
Of like, he actually used to do like Rubik's Cube championships. And I think he got it down to about 45, 50 seconds. And I've seen him do it. And it's just like... It's mind-boggling. Yeah, he literally just gets it, just done.
Wow. Well, he may be able to do that, but can he eat an entire packet of chocolate fingers?
Can his eyes glow blue of a strange frame and position?
Mm.
He loves listening to the sound of
His own
the moment that
screams.
ruined his life. Oh, nothing, Connie. Just listening to the old death tape again.
Oh, you and your death tapes. You'll see where you end up. Dead.
Can't get enough of them.
Death tapes. Flash. Ah.
She's going to solve the Rubik's Cube with her Egyptian demon powers.
Are you sure you haven't seen this film before? She turned me into a newt.
What's this film called again?
Manhattan Baby. Oh, it's called Poltergeist.
Oh.
Which I think, would Poltergeist have come out? Let's ask. Hey Google, what year did Poltergeist come out?
82. I could have told you that.
Poltergeist was released in the United Kingdom on the 16th of September 1982.
Told
There
you.
you go then. Yes, this is clearly ripping
Could've
off
asked me.
Poltergeist. I wanted to include our new co-host.
So, I'm trying to suss out what just happened.
So she used her evil Egyptian powers to zap her little brother through a portal to hell.
But it sounded like she was trying to stop him from going through the portal.
Her evil demon powers overrode her. Tommy, can you hear me? Tommy, can you see me?
I'm trying to picture Mr. Magoo now.
Yeah, where's everybody gone to? This is the most American bedroom I've ever seen.
Stars and stripes everywhere.
Oh. As if helpful.
That's so dumb. Oh, no.
I'm
Not again.
Now I'm even blinder.
Now I'm even more blind. Now
No.
I can't hear or see.
Now I can't comprehend, speak word good. Sad face.
after the laser hits him, his dubbing syncs up perfectly. It cured me.
Oh, well, easy come, easy go. Clint Eastwood's looking well.
So they took away his sight, and then they brought it back again, because why not?
Well, they brought it back, but they brought it back with smeared Vaseline vision. Wow. Now we're suddenly watching Rocky.
Sure you should? Emily, I have to find out what it was that I saw in that tomb.
Hang on. Is the little boy still missing?
Yes.
They don't seem to have reacted to it much.
No, they won't.
Oh.
That's Italian cinema for you.
But won't they notice that he's, you know... Oh, hang on, there he
Oh,
is.
there he's back again.
All right, Captain, you choose the game. What about hide and go seek?
I thought he went into the...
I thought he did as well. I need to remind you, I was very drunk when I watched this film. I swear that there was a bit where he came back.
But you didn't make the film.
No, Lucio Fulci did. What? Why?
I'm not 100% sure of this, George. But do you know what comes to mind? The sacred symbol of the Grand Shadow. The god named Hapanupana, who was worshipped more than 5,000 years ago.
The god named Bibbidi Bobbidi Halululu.
Known about it.
Except what?
Except a certain notoriety for tremendous cruelty and utter evil, yes.
An utter evil.
Evil?
That the pharaohs were erecting these monuments.
That doesn't sound good.
The tomb of Hapanupana was extant already. Indeed, the sepulchre of evil had by then been in existence for nearly 2,000
Wow, the Archaeological Society meeting was surprisingly thin on the ground this month.
closely resembles your drawing.
That's it. That's what I saw in the tomb. Do you know what's written on it?
He who could read its message, George, would solve many, many mysteries.
Or he may not.
Tommy! Susie! You really disappeared yourself this time. But I'll find you anyhow.
Oh.
Mind you, it's not fair to fool with the light.
Well, this isn't eerie at all.
Tommy! Susie!
So did they dub everything in ADR? So like the sound effects?
Pretty much everything that you're hearing, typically, I mean, I can't say 100% for sure that this film was the example, but typically with 70s, 80s and early 90s Italian cinema like this, they would ADR everything from the ground up. They would literally build the soundtrack in post. These screams are
The
just
screaming
terrible.
in this film is so awkward.
Yeah, it's just.
Hurry! Hurry!
Man, the days don't get any easier. Oh man, I hate it when you get stuck between floors.
Tommy! Honest, I didn't mean to frighten you like that.
That child is terrifying.
I didn't mean to frighten you like that. Chris Walken as a child.
I did not mean to frighten you like that.
Chris Walken in an early role. Didn't mean to frighten you like that. It was all wrong.
I'm sorry.
Spooky wookie.
Too scary. His hands are bleeding blood. Looks like he got the shaft.
I'm just picturing the poor stagehands who had to like catch him.
No, in this film, what they did instead was when the floor dropped out, they just grabbed his feet and pulled, and it was actually shot with him on the floor. Oh, the goofy guy's back. What's his name from Twin Peaks? Doctor.
I know, Dr. Jacoby.
That's the one.
So his thing is that he's crazy.
I'm the crazy guy. Well, the Knights of the Archaeological Society must fly by. Thought he'd lost most of his sight.
He got it back.
Only partially.
The blue blazer demon gave it him back.
But only partially. If you remember, he was all blurry and Vaseline-y.
Can't have lost it that well if he's able to observe pictures taken from the other side of the room.
Well, at this point, he's supposed to be gone, but he's still here.
I will open it up with one of my magic tricks.
I know I'm a small kid, but I bet you won't open that door with magic. Right, Mama?
And I will show you something.
Do you see this? It's a fist.
Locus mocus. Where is the door? Rofus docus abracadabra. Locus mocus focus abracadabra.
I hope he dies. I really hope he opens the door, it's just hell. It's just a hellscape.
It's like the bit in Pyramids of Mars where it's just a devil world.
He blew up.
Good. Never before in the cinema have I been happy to watch a character die.
He just exploded. It's just his shoes left and some dust.
I just wanted to entertain.
I just wanted to show a magic trick.
I just wanted to entertain the children.
Oh yeah. That looks safe. Huh, other than that, the room's fine. Oh, he's been literally turned to sand. Has he been turned into a scorpion?
He's been turned into the Scorpion King starring Dwayne Johnson.
Ah, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Give him his proper title. He earned it.
Dwayne, quote, The Rock, end quote, Johnson.
Thank you, that's better. The man doesn't star in Baywatch and Jumanji. And not earn his title.
Jamie Lee, I'm famished. When do we eat? You want to eat?
A man just died!
I want a sandwich. Peanut butter and flesh.
Unless the kiddies are the evil ones.
Mm.
Considering they don't seem too phased about the fact that a man just disappeared.
Just exploded.
Yeah. Like, are they not like, a man went up the stairs and he didn't come back down the stairs. Where is man?
Again, one of the kids disappeared into a void of nothingness, and the dad ran around for a bit, and then he just turned back up and no one cared.
Dan, what's happened in this bit?
Somebody saw themselves, but it wasn't them, and then they turned into a stone, and they screamed, and then they blamed the kids for playing practical jokes. I mean, I'm not going to lie, if you turned into a giant stone tablet and started making monolith sounds, I wouldn't be turning around to you and saying, knock it off, it's just a joke.
Oh, look.
Oh. He's sunbathing.
That wallpaper is nauseating.
Yeah, that's quite aggressive wallpaper.
Yeah. I'd be quite unhappy in life if I had to deal with that wallpaper every day.
I'd wish I was blind.
If you ask me, you better get the police here.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
What are you going to say?
Disabled Anderson, a colleague of yours came up here to the kids' room.
You sure you haven't watched this film before?
Tell me at least what we've got to do, huh?
First, we'll call your office and see that he's there.
Then we'll do some magic.
It's a very elaborate kind of joke.
Well, it makes a hell of a lot more sense than him disappearing, turning into a pile of sand.
George, am I crazy?
Yes. I'm getting real Garth Marenghi vibes off this thing. For those who don't know, Garth Marenghi's Dark Place was a
Don't
one...
have to explain it. Everyone knows what it is.
Nobody knows who Garth Marenghi is, apart from the 3 people who probably do watch
I
this.
think you need to give people a bit more credit.
Go and watch Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. It's one of the most underrated comedies to ever come off Channel 4.
Some wonderful cinematography in this.
Mm.
It's just in the service of some very nonsensical imagery.
And script writing.
Yeah.
And some really bad acting and ADR.
But at least it looks nice.
It looks
pretty.
It looks pretty. I mean, I haven't seen enough Fulci to be able to be definitive on it, but I honestly think I prefer Argento.
I don't think I've seen any Fulci.
Really?
This is my first. Not a whole film in one sitting, at least. Probably seen bits here and there, but this is probably the first time I've actually ever sat down and watched.
I'm so sorry. If I'd have known that you'd not seen any Fulci before, I probably would have picked something a bit better. Something that actually is a representative of his work. The Beyond is a pretty good
I've
one.
seen bits of Zombie.
Zombie isn't really a good example. I mean, I know that it's one of his more famous works, but it's not. In the same way that Argento's most famous work is probably Suspiria, it isn't really a good example of his work, because he predominantly sticks around murder mystery stuff.
Watch how I do the spin, okay? Amazing grace.
Rubbish.
Amazing fall on your ass.
You failed school.
I hope you didn't take my picture when I was falling
You
down.
better believe I did. I'm selling this to You've Been Framed.
Ready, I want to see it too, okay?
That's got to be a wig.
But a moment to go. The picture's a dud, defective stuff. Got film? Let's try it again.
It's finished. We don't have any more. Sorry, guys. And anyhow, I think we better get back to the hacienda.
So we'll just chuck it on the floor.
Littering, ladies and gentlemen.
Just leave it for the rats.
They love it. Oh, it did develop. That little girl is apparently jewellery.
I love that. That's so dumb.
It is, isn't it?
It feels like this is all leading up to something, but I feel like I'm not going to be very. It's lots of lovely pull focusy stuff. Oh my god!
A hand! I don't know who that is.
Do we find out?
I don't think we do.
It's the room. Look, it's got the spiral staircase and everything.
Oh, yeah. Hey, where's Lisa?
You're part of my life. You are everything.
Oh, hi, babe.
The bank saves money, and I am the fool.
No, I'd have shown you something like The Beyond or House by the Cemetery or, you know, The Black Cat or anything other than this film if I'd have known you hadn't seen a Fulci film before. Because this is definitely not a good representation. It's a good representation of his direction, but it's not a good representation of the type of film that he makes. How's the whiskey, by the way?
It's fine. It's alright.
I quite prefer it because it's quite smooth.
According to an Arab traveler of the 3rd century, this ancient jewel symbolizes the eye of evil.
This ancient book written in English.
Wow, it's so convenient of them. Thank you.
It's nice of them to write that book in English for all to see.
Yeah. I mean, if it was in anything else, it would have been a pain, but thanks.
Mrs. Hacker. Mrs. Hacker. This is for you. It concerns your children.
That's an awesome line reading.
It
concerns your children. I never drink wine. And then they vanished.
To be replaced by the sound of rats. There's a hair in the gate.
Where?
Bottom left.
Oh, God.
Another one.
This film needs a shave.
It does. Too many hairs, too many gates. Turns out it's just a check for welfare and a letter saying debart D. Oh no!
Antiques!
My one weakness!
Where'd you get it?
I'm more confused about the fact that there was clearly like a little pond and a path behind him.
Mm.
In the photograph, there isn't one. It's almost like it was taken somewhere completely different.
Ben, don't ruin
It's
the...
almost like they took a picture of that dumb necklace prop just in a corner somewhere.
Don't ruin the atmosphere.
I
God.
just love that. She just becomes a literal, like, she just turns into the bracelet.
She's literally a necklace now, just flying around. I do like the soft lighting, though. It's very cool.
What was this lady like? It's curious.
Curious. She had a really
she
strange...
couldn't say the word children.
What
She
did
called
she
them
say?
children.
Sorry, how did she pronounce that again?
Children.
That is very curious.
Did she give the impression that she knew you?
No. But I did get the impression
Hey Google,
somehow she knew that
it's for your children.
something else, George.
Sorry, I can't help with that yet. I'm still learning.
That's, you heard it here first, people. Google are hoping to grow children.
A lot of silk from the Nile. This sand comes from Egypt.
No, it doesn't. Don't lie. You're impressing no one.
That sounds like Tommy.
There was a lot of eye shots then. I felt quite uncomfortable. Oh no, someone's ripped our wallpaper down and put it on the stairs.
Good. Put it in the bin where it belongs.
And that Rubik's Cube still hasn't been sorted. Wait, what? What? Bloody hell's that staircase go to?
It's the staircase to nowhere.
It goes up and then down. I do like the soundtrack though.
I made the contact.
Now it's only a matter of time.
Meanwhile, in Sting's music video for An Englishman in New York.
The editing's a bit all over the shop, isn't it?
Yeah, the sound editing's ridiculous.
Let's go check the kids' room.
What do you think happened?
Well, it looks like they came in and tidied up for once.
We better ask Jimmy to get in the kids.
Ask us what? Huh, Papa? Ask us. Go ahead.
Where'd they get the drink from?
Where are your toys, Tommy?
Hidden somewhere by Susie.
I don't know what that looks supposed to mean.
It means she's Dennis the Menace. Look at her jumper.
What does that look at? So Ben, could you do me a quick recap summary of what actually has happened in this film?
The girl may or may not be a necklace.
She went on a trip?
And the dubbing is really bad, especially the little boy.
The
He
little
can't
boy
seem
is-
to get one word out correctly.
He's particularly terrible. So there's an evil amulet that may or may not be evil, and everybody's saying that it's evil, but nobody really knows much about it. And the little girl's got the amulet, and things are going on that are a bit strange with no explanation. And the continuity is shit, and the dubbing is shit, and the script is shit. But it looks nice, so...
Go to sleep now. Poor Jamie Lee.
When I grow up, I want to be in good movies. There was a pond behind her as well.
Yeah.
There's some good continuity spotting right there.
There's lots of quick zooms in and out of eyes, followed by a whip pan.
Yeah, they do that quite a bit. Oh, Patrick
That's
Troughton.
probably nothing.
Ah, ignore it.
Get out now! No, that's probably just a bug.
Oh, someone's left the window open again.
Oh, someone's turned on the Sam Raimi cam again.
Great, Evil Dead vision.
Has someone turned that Pink Floyd record off? I'm trying to study this strange Polaroid.
If I zoom in close, I can see a topless sunbather. Alright.
The screams in this film are just awkward.
They're
Go
all
on for way
bad.
too long.
There is not one good scream in this film.
Oh well, better go back to the cave.
I love their snake POV.
Which more films were shot with snake POV.
Do snakes move that fast?
No.
Ugh.
Wow. It's impressive.
I'm still none the wiser as to what's actually happening.
No, I don't know either. And the photos disappeared.
Alright, yeah, okay.
Alright, fine. The new kids on the block won't be around for another 10 years.
so strange.
I like to think that she's finally caught up with the film. Why is it tattered?
What does anything mean?
What is happening? Hey Google, what is happening?
This is the definition of happening. An event or occurrence.
Well, that cleared up a lot.
More from Google later in the programme.
Would you call your magazine? See what you can find out about it.
Yeah, shall do. Papa, Susie always screams when she goes on.
Jawbones!
What do you mean?
It's a part of the rule. The rules?
Is she still like screaming but they've just not dubbed her in or?
She's just been screaming for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
This is very, very important. Do you know how to play this game?
Why is this kid acting like a 22-year-old man?
The kid's very odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far'd you go?
I really don't know, Dad. It's a place I didn't know at all. Oh, but, on one of the voyages, I came back with a real nice souvenir. Want to have a look at it?
What is going on?
Show me.
sweet. What is it?
It appears to be a small Egyptian dog made entirely out of Kendall mint cake.
Where'd you get this?
I found it on the riverbank.
Tommy, are you lying to me?
I knew it. I knew I would end up getting yelled at. I'm gonna go to sleep.
That kid is so annoying. I hate him. I hope he's taken next.
What do you think it means?
Well, this isn't his only Lucio Fulci film. He actually turns up in... I always get him mixed up. I think it's The House by the Cemetery. He's a really prominent role in that as well. He plays the little boy who lives there. I think those films are only a few years apart. So, if we ever talk about that one, you'll enjoy it.
Oh, it's alright. Abraham Lincoln's going to sort it out.
Great. 77 eyes ago.
I've been waiting for you.
I've been waiting.
I knew you'd come. Sooner or later. What can I do for you?
Are you Mr. Marcato?
You didn't come here to discuss names.
Wow, she's looking well.
Now just store this in here like that, and oh, that's beautiful. Put that in there. Great job.
I just want to know how you're involved with that photograph and what it has to do with our children.
What do you know about parapsychology?
Oh, loads.
As much as anybody else.
I think that much means little or nothing. The jewel that appears in this photo was discovered many thousands of years ago. It symbolizes evil.
Excuse me, but I don't see what my daughter has to do with this jewel.
Oh, come on, come on. Are you trying to tell us that Susie was grabbed by some unearthly spirit? She's got the evil eye on her and all that stuff?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Daughter has absorbed
You've actually saved me a lot of time.
by gem.
Silly superstition.
Earthly objects also have their spirituality. Objects that gather, concentrate, and assimilate the constant variables of humans. You've seen, I'm sure, the gems that change color according to the humors, the personality, the spirituality of the wearer.
Yes, of course, I own one.
Your daughter is in great danger.
Why do so many people in this film look like they need about 18 days sleep?
And you're out of step with reality, Mr. Mercato. You come on like some kind of oracle. But you're trying to scare us, and I don't know why.
If you think I'm just a quack, leave now. But don't come back later. Because I shan't help you. Whatever you do, make sure that your daughter doesn't have the jewel.
And now the funky jewel finding montage.
Bow, 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 bow. Is it in the drawers? No, it's not. Over to the bed. Still not there. He's got to have hidden that Playboy somewhere in here.
Who knew looking for an evil amulet could be so funky?
Hmm. Oh no, it's guarded by a scorpion.
Do you think we ought to try calling Mr. Mercato?
It's hard to take him seriously. Better at this point to get back to science.
Should we talk to the person who knows what this thing is? Ah, he's a quack. Let's keep it for ourselves. What could possibly go wrong? I'll pick this evil amulet up right after I answer the phone.
I'll get it.
What do they want?
It seems Wyler was killed by a poisonous snake.
George, Wyler had the photo.
That's exactly what I was thinking. We better call Mercato. I got it.
Oh God.
Oh dear. The most terrifying thing in the world. A door handle. You'd think they'd better light this house.
They need to get better wallpaper.
Absolutely, that's the second
No
problem.
wonder everyone's acting crazy.
With that
Been
kind of
driven
flop
mad.
going on. Yeah, we'll leave it.
I've never noticed that doorknob before. It's so pretty. I know.
Should we touch it? Nah. Hair in the gate. Multiple hairs in the gate. That's one of the true problems with having true white shots. I think they should have made her look a bit more sickly than she actually does look.
Yeah, she doesn't look that bad.
Mm.
Looks like she has a mild cold.
She's a bit tired.
Which, considering she's in Egypt all the time, can't be the case.
Well, I mean, jet lag's terrible. Alright. Oh. I don't feel comfortable. Yeah, no, with that look, I don't feel comfortable.
That'd be right.
It'd be right.
That's the line in the film.
It's in the script, isn't it? They just forgot to dub it in. Yeah, right.
Is he the exorcist part of this exorcist knockoff?
I believe so. Having watched this now ever so slightly more sober, I realise it is probably more of a mashup of Poltergeist and The Exorcist. But
We're powerless and it's frightening. And then the death of Wyler. And where did Luke go and Jamie Lee? And this illness of Susie's. I tell you, it's unnatural.
Emily, listen.
No! Please, I've listened all I intend to. I've heard too much about parapsychology and about tombs in the desert. And the university calling is like an omen. You must understand. And I'm frightened to death of the man upstairs, George. I don't want his voodoo. But that's perverse.
But you want to call it.
You've seen Live and Let Die. Voodoo can work. Baron Samedi will come in.
it'd be great.
I'll just hear it coming from the distance faintly.
Is this your way of telling us we need to book a train trip? They've got the ADR wrong.
That's some great death acting.
It's brilliant.
I think his only direction was, "You're dying," and then he just took it from there.
I like to hope that the little girl's voice was like, "Hello, I'm. It's all right. I'm safe in here."
This gem is endowed with evil powers. The force that has seized your daughter's mind. And is now using her as a medium for its own dark and wicked malefactions.
But it's never explained what those are.
Yeah. Apart from sending her brother to Egypt and back so he
Yeah.
could get a dog, and sending that weird bloke who deserved to die to Egypt.
What does this demon want to do?
Um,
What's its plan?
What's its purpose?
Arcane dimensions. That's impossible. Is it really? Look at it.
He looks like he'd be a really good horror actor in some kind of medieval type, middle-aged horror film.
Give me your hand. We shall journey together to the land of that stone's origin.
And that place is Chessington, World of Adventures.
George, he's dying. Susie. Susie. Our prayers are rejected.
It was quite a big line for probably.
What can I do? Let me. Please let me go. Maybe I can still do something to save your daughter.
How's she cold? She's sharing the body with a demon from Egypt. It's like
Like
60
warm
degrees
Egypt.
Celsius there all the time. Oh great, I wonder if they can get Pong on that thing. Well, we've put her on the machine that goes bing, but it's not doing anything.
Well, we put her in bed and plugged her to a thing, and we're all out of ideas.
Is there anything you can do? Well, not really. I'm afraid this is it, really. We've done the best we can.
It's inexplicable. I'm running an X-ray scan, Phil.
I think that's a really bad architectural design choice to have a spiral staircase where you have to duck under a massive chunk of concrete. Oh, an elephant.
He wasn't thinking about practicality, he was thinking how cool it would look.
I mean, admittedly, I would want a spiral staircase in my house if I could have one, but... Ooh. Soundtrack's getting pretty heavy. Terrifying boy child. With the perfectly symmetrical face.
Punish me.
What? Is this the equivalent of that scene from Ferris Bueller where Cameron looks at the Monet painting? I think it is.
Whoa.
Oh wow,
That is some intense eye acting.
that's pretty cool actually.
He could be in a silent German film from
He
the
could.
20s.
That would be pretty impressive.
Fritz Lang would love him.
Mmm. Blood. 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 And bits of sick. Mom, the walls are bleeding again.
It's so stupid. It's so daft.
I don't know who's supposed to be the evil child in this scenario.
Yeah.
Oh, he's looking better.
Dr. Foster, the girl's x-rays.
Oh, it's clear to see from her x-rays that this child is clearly suffering from a case of skeletons.
It's clear from her x-rays that I've got some kind of lung cancer from all that pipe I've been smoking.
She clearly needs to be smoking more.
Do you think it's wise for a medical doctor, to be smoking a pipe of that size?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, Watson.
9 out of 10 doctors recommend Camels, cigarettes and
My
pipe
name
tobacco.
isn't Watson, it's Johnson.
Oh, she's got a snake in her belly.
There's a snake in her boot. I thought the snake was going to turn up on the ECG then.
You're my favorite waste of time.
Oh no.
See if you can get LBC on that thing. Whoa! Film's getting trippy AF. That is some very intense eye work.
Poor Jamie.
Oh, the babysitter's dead.
Oh.
Meanwhile, inside the monolith, wow, she's turning Super Saiyan.
Whoa.
Cool. Are you sure this wasn't footage from the next rabies piff?
I have no clue what's going on in this film.
Don't know what's
It's
happening.
completely all over the shop.
Looks nice though.
It's just like the biggest, like the whole thing with the demon is just like the biggest whatever ever.
Yeah, sometimes it can fly, sometimes it can't. We'll send it to Egypt. That's fine. Oh, he's alive again.
I think you thought it was going to be on the ceiling then.
You mean
There has been a transference. I have substituted for your daughter.
I am evil now.
It's useless that I explain. You would never.
It's useless that I explain. The script simply won't allow me to do so. You see, those pages are missing from my draft.
Though believe me, it's as terrifying a story as you could probably imagine. But what about all the plot holes and inconsistencies? They will fill themselves in.
Time will heal all wounds, but for now...
Just know that your daughter is safe and that I am evil.
Only now you're all right.
Where did all the blood come from?
It could be yourself again.
Oh, the snake's gone.
Because he said he transferred him.
Whatever that means.
That
mean that he's got a snake in his boot?
I guess.
Just another little exorcist nod.
Where?
The transference.
Well, yeah. No!
Up, up, and away!
Oh, God. That's brilliant. Oh, shut up, mate. The little toy bird poking at the camera.
Did they just play the
Whoa.
same shot twice?
Yeah.
3 times?
Well,
Has this become a GIF?
that's so great.
It's throwing bits of nest at them. That's amazing.
I'm just picturing the prop hands who had to just like get those bird puppets and just go like that in his face.
I want to know who thumbs up the birds. Who went, yeah, those birds look good. That's
Hey Google,
realistic.
who thumbed up the birds?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that.
Oh.
Even Google doesn't know.
So I guess Lucio Fulci watched the birds on VHS.
So he had a
And
weekend, he ordered 2 tapes.
Halfway through filming of this, he saw the birds and went, that's good. Let's just do that.
Yeah. We'll do that, that'll be great. But we need more blood.
Ooh, that gets you nice and juicy, doesn't it?
Mmm. Toasty.
Cut to smooth jazz deaf.
Mmm.
All deaf, all the time. You're listening to 106.1 Smooth Jazz Deaf FM.
Where the only thing that's cold is our rhythm. That was
That was amazing.
that was that.
So I guess the Egyptian bracelet's power extends to turn taxidermy birds into real puppet birds.
And then have them eat people. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this necklace right where it belongs. Straight into the same river that the mask is in. Oh wait, no, the mask was Edge City, wasn't it?
Oh.
Bye, evil. I'll see you never.
Oh well. At least
For now, the madness is
Beardy
over.
Man is dead. That's the main thing.
I'm kind of glad about that. That was the best thing to happen with this. Meanwhile...
It's all happening again.
Ah!
They're just giving the bracelet to little girls for no clear reason. It's never explained why. They just do it.
Just keep giving little girls evil necklaces and hope for the best.
Freeze frame and end.
And that was Manhattan Baby. I don't.
Hey Google, what did you think of Manhattan Baby?
I like to search. What can I tell you about Manhattan Baby?
Well, I think you summed it up quite nicely.
Well, she did sum it up. What can I tell you?
About Manhattan Baby.
That's my same response. What can you say about Manhattan Baby?
Did you enjoy it?
Well, I mean, no. It was bizarre and didn't really make a lot of sense. And
I struggled to really even call it a film, because a film normally has a 3-act structure with an actual plot and developments, and this didn't really.
It's its own weird, strange thing, but I don't know, it just doesn't work for me.
No, I would much rather have just
But
watched The Exorcist or
It appears
Poltergeist.
the musician D'Angelo did the set dressing, so
Oh, brilliant.
that was a really nice idea. He must have done that when he wrote the song Brown Sugar.
My favourite bit was when the really rubbish birds pecked that man. So yeah, that was Manhattan Baby, one of the stranger films that I've ever had the fortune/misfortune to watch. I'm glad that you took away something from it, and I will try and get a better Lucio Fulci film next time we ever do one of these, if we choose to go that route again.
See you next time, kids.
You all take care.
Don't talk to strange men.
Wrap up warm. Goodbye.
Say goodbye, Google. Hey, Google. Say goodbye to everyone.